Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Admiral Markets webinar session recap of 9th of December. And today we are going to show new setups. And prior to new setups, we will see what happened last week. And I'll give you a quick news about this NFP. Maybe it was a surprise for all of us that the euro dollar went so much to the upside, but basically maybe that is not a big surprise, and I will show you why. But before all of this, we are going to talk about last week's setups. I hope that you have taken some of those setups. This was last week, and we see we had a nice setup on euro dollar. Basically, I took both of euro dollar and cable. I didn't trade Aussie and Euro Japanese yen, but even Aussie was very good for trading. But due to my money management and my leverage, which I use for trading euro dollar and cable, I couldn't get into Aussie dollar. But I didn't want to stop euro dollar and cable. It was really good. So we saw that we had a position buy around 35.30, 35.05. This was the setup. Stops around 34.85, targeting 35.95 and 30.60.40. So when we open our chart, we can see like this. I will close this. This is also a trade which was only for demonstrational purposes. It is not valid. It's been running. I will close it. This is demo account just for showing purposes. So let's see, maybe we can get some short trades. But last week, this was our webinar. It was 6 o'clock, it was 7 after our webinar. And where we had taken the trade, it was just around 35.30, 35.05 with stops around 34.85. Neglect this trade. This is just for demonstrational purposes. And even the lot size, it was unintentionally given like this. And I want to short it on live account, of course, around 37.50 as it was my setup today. But let's see where we got into the trade. 35.30, it was very close here. This was our webinar. So even here you could have got into trade. It was in Asia, early Asia, but also during the early London. We had around 35.40. So for all of those who missed early session, we could have taken a trade around here. And you see it was not a straight to 30.60.40, but it's rarely when we have those straight trades. But now look at this. It was over 100 pips if you have been patient to wait. Then it was alternative trade, sells call. But if you have taken the first trade, you could or you couldn't take the alternative trade, because this trade was very profitable, okay. Now let's see another setup of cable. We had buy trade around 63.40. I remember correctly, I was telling you to pay attention to this trade. So cable. This was our webinar's end. Well, you see, those setups happen in Asia session because they are basically positional trades. But let's see, the first setup happened. This is 1 hour time frame, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours after our webinar. So basically, after our webinar, all of these setups were initially taken. You see, the price went straight up to 64.26. The target was 64.40. But what happened then? The price went down to 63, then it was plummeted again. And now this alternative trade it happened after the spike, but it wasn't valid. Of course, it wasn't valid just because it was NFP spike. Okay, we don't trade spikes. I will explain that later. Aussie was same as euro and cable. I will show you now. Aussie sell at 91.55, targeting 90.90 with 30 pip stop. I will be fast around this with this because I know that you want to see new setups. Sell at 91.55.70, targeting 90.90, or sell around 90.50. That was the setup. That was the setup. And where we were, this was our webinar. It was first. It happened like this. It wasn't just around 91.50. So probably some of you missed this trade. But then we had second chance trade, just where I told you, around 91.50. I was really, how can I say, I couldn't take this trade because of the leverage of my live trades. You know that I don't want to gamble with accounts, okay? So look at this perfect setup. Maybe this was the best setup for the weeks. And also alternative trade, sell around 90.50. If some of you missed the trade, you see this was the alternative trade, even this trigger happy trade or breakout pullback continuation. Okay, breakout pullback continuation. Now if we zoom into lower time frame, you will see that, but same 90.50, and both of those setups were perfect. Okay, I won't talk about Euro Japanese yen much because I didn't have any chance to take any trades for Euro Japanese yen. Why? Because none of these have happened because Euro Japanese yen is in very strong uptrend. You see the gap, runaway gap, then close the gap, and now you will see maybe we will catch something on Euro Japanese yen, but this is really yen is falling down and euro is gaining strength, and now it's a bit weird. So let me be first very fast with this new recaps, and then I will tell you why euro dollar is going upward, and why on good NFP news it's very uncommon for risk currencies to go high, but it doesn't have anything to do now with euro strength. You will see why. But it doesn't interest us because we are interested to make pips. It doesn't matter for us if it goes up, if it goes down. That is the problem for economies and for central banks. We are not interested in that. We are interested how can we make profits. Of course, prior to new setup and new session recap, we should talk about risk disclaimer, because you know that Forex market is associated with risk, and by accepting the risk you agree to proceed further with me. Okay, plan for euro dollar. Euro dollar is in uptrend. We have supports. I won't mention it now, you can read it on screen. What is the pattern? On 1 hour and 4 hour we have an uptrend and with zigzag trend pattern, but also bearish wedge is forming on 1 hour time frame. Mind you, again, on euro dollar, this is not a real account, this is demo account, so this is only for demonstrational purposes, so don't play with this. And of course I wouldn't take any of this leverage if I don't have 30K account. So this is just for demonstration, because today I'll be honest with you, I have traded these setups. You see 37.28 euro dollar levels. I shorted it a couple of times around 37.25. Also, this was my setup for today, and you see the price. This is a resistance, double top, and I shorted every single rally, but that was scalps only. So you see, also on real account, but of course not of this big leverage. So guys, what I have in mind for euro dollar, I would like it to see first to buy, but I am not sure if we will have a buy. But let's see. Buy around 36.75, 36.60 with stops around 36.35, targeting 37.50, 37.85 subsequently. Okay? If it happens to go there. Why? Why here? Because 36.70 and 36.60 are very strong supports. Look at the confluence here. The first confluence here, the second confluence there. I showed you already. Also, what does Camarilla say? Also, if you take a look, this is a real intra-week trend line. These are spikes on the news. We don't count news spikes into real technical analysis because news spikes only collect the stops and only collect weak stops and short-term trader stops, so we don't count it into our analysis. This is the real trend line, okay? This here and this here and this here, and this is the confluence in here, 36.50, 36.50. If you watch here, I have it 36.40 on this chart, doesn't matter. 36.40 also is also good, but here you can see double bottom, double support, double bottom. So confluence. Why confluence? Because this red line is thrusting through this horizontal level of support, and this trend line is also thrusting this horizontal level of support. The first is around 37, so I wouldn't take any longs around 37. I would like a deeper pullback. Although maybe this trade around 37 long can be profitable because it's very strong support. You see, it was 36.95 where we had double bottom. This we have two confluences, but I would like to see Fibonacci here. If I get a trade, a long trade, I would try to long around 36.60, 36.50, because if 36.50, 40 breaks, we are going down. I don't think it will happen. Look at this spike, and the price. This is technical level. The close of this candle, the close of this candle. Those are valid technical levels, okay? And you see the spike trading. I have, with this trend line, I marked two spikes. Spike here, spike there. But those all make a bearish wedge. This is rising bearish wedge. And look at this confluence around 37.23.6, okay? This can be M pattern if this falls down, and the M pattern is bearish pattern. This will probably fall to 36.60, 70, and then we can try to exploit at least 20-30 pips if it doesn't make a big momentum to pull through, to push to 37.50 to this level, okay? This level we are targeting. But what if it doesn't happen? What should we do then? Of course, there is an alternative plan. Alternative plan is to sell scalp around 37.50, 60, 20 pip stop, 20 pip target, trail stop. If it happens that we first see 37.50 and we don't have a big momentum, or why I'm talking about that, first, for us to short into the market, I don't want to see, let's say that this is 37.50 level. I don't want to see the candle goes like this and then drops. I want to see a gradual rise and then consolidation on M5, M15, and then we can start, after consolidation, we can start to sell. Or we can try to sell the first touch, but not if the market breaks violently. I don't want to see that. And I never take any of those scalps if I see that kind of price action, okay? Now, that is for euro dollar. Cable, it's an uptrend. These are support, these are resistance levels. What we have on cable, very, very interesting pattern. Flat top ascending triangle. Flat top ascending triangle. It's almost perfect, double top, then it broke through, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we are going to have a long setups if we get it. Buy around, if we get this, I'm talking only if we get this, buy around 63.30.15 with stops around 62.50, targeting 64.40, 65.10. These are my views that we should buy it there, but we also can have, I didn't put that into the file, we can have a possible pullback to this level 63.95 and then go up. Why I didn't put that into the text? Because it's too late now, and even if it happens now, I wouldn't like to keep now any trades because it's Friday. Only because of that. It's Friday. But it's not a normal Friday. It's NFP Friday. Okay, it's the Friday after. It's Monday after Friday NFP. So we are still having a Friday price action, even though on calendar we see it's Monday. For price action, it's still Friday, because Monday after NFP is basically, you see, nothing major happens. So I don't want to see any, I wouldn't really like to see any pullback to this level and then jump. It may happen, but let's see tomorrow. Tomorrow, for us trend traders, there should be a bigger pullback. And you know how trend is traded. We want to buy into retracement, and we want to sell resistance. We don't want to buy around 63.95. It's too high, okay? It's too high now, even though it's broken. But tomorrow I would like to see a nice pullback to those levels. Then we can move this trend line there, and we still have this triangle. We still have this triangle. Why? Because you see the triangle. We have double top here, okay? So even if it happens to come around there, I would like to buy there, not here, okay? I really wouldn't like it to buy it here now. Okay. Now, okay, this is flat, but this is also very steep trend line. So I wouldn't. You see the price now, it moved back. So this is resistance, okay? Also big resistance here. So for cable, sorry, cable, 63.30.15, if it happens, it stops around 62.50 targeting. Or alternatively, sell at 64.40, 20 pip stop, 20 pip target price with trailing stop, okay? Aussie, what do we have in for Australian dollar? We have a nice downtrend, okay? We have a nice downtrend. And now, what I see for Aussie, we had really nice trades for all of you who taken these setups last week, but now, guys, I see possible change of the trend. And now, this is also the answer to your questions. Why euro dollar? Why euro dollar gained strength after successful NFP? I have posted it on Spiders Den today, and this was basically the answer. You can read this, and also it's very strongly connected to Australian dollar. This article was written by Boris Losberg, but I can agree with him completely, because I also share the same view. I can read it for you, so if you can read it by yourself, it's also okay. The major thing in this report is the strong labor data out of US and the robust trade balance numbers from China. Now pay attention to this. China suggests that global growth may be better than consensus view. Usually when global growth, this is my view, when global growth is better, then we have risk sentiment, risk-on sentiment, not risk aversion, risk affinity. So under that scenario, it says, US and China could act locomotives for global GDP expansion and help lift Eurozone out of its funk. So we have noted for several weeks that euro dollar has been benefiting from very positive capital flows. okay, as investors chase relative valuation and the better economic data continues to provide ballast for that trade. That means that all of those weeks euro was basically buy into dips, even though those dips were a bit deep. You see there were 2 drops, 3 drops with spikes. I don't like to see it, especially on intraday charts because I trade intraday, but basically those are all buy into dips. Now the Chinese data also suggests that euro, on my view, Aussie should go up now. Okay, fundamentally it's good to go up. Technically it's good to go up. Why it's good to go up? Because technically we have this is bullish triangle. It's not flat top ascending. It's basically a bullish triangle because this lower trend line is much stronger and steeper than this. This looks flattish. So this is bullish triangle. And now what it says, one of possible reasons for euro resilience is the fact that despite positive labor sector growth, federal reserves may be in no hurry to taper given the tepid rate of inflation. So just because they haven't agreed on tapering, it doesn't mean that it won't happen. Maybe it's already counted up. So probably when that thing happens, euro dollar will fall aggressively. And maybe on the 18th of December or 26th of December, I'm not sure when it will happen. We need to read the news. Of course, I will post it when 2 days prior to that, so you will be informed. And this is for me, this is also valid. With the pair now within striking distance of the yearly highs forward, progress may be much more difficult. Okay? The region remains mired in a near recession state and the high value of the euro-dollar exchange rate will only serve to hinder growth. Why? Because Germany doesn't like, it is not good for German economy to have a strong euro. That is not good for any economy to have a very, very strong currency pair. One of the reasons why yen is weakening is because Bank of Japan doesn't want to have a strong yen. Usually in economies, strong currencies can lead to deflation, okay? Euro shouldn't be that high, and that isn't good for Germany as the biggest exporter in all economic European Union, okay? And now, what I see on Aussie, I see jump here. And look at possible position for Aussie. Bullish triangle, buy at 90.75.55. Pattern targeting 91.70, 92.10 with stops at 90. This is a mistake. Stops are here, 90.20. Okay, stops are here, 90.20. Look at this triangle. If it happens, maybe some of you are already in. It's very close to our entry point. Look at this. And probably this can shoot up. This is spike. This is not a real candle. A real candle is this. This is spike. Look at price action. Just look at this chart. And now tell me, what do you see here? One spike. But this is valid spike, okay? This is normal spike. This is bullish hammer on support, and it went up. And look at this spike. This is not normal. This is NFP spike. But this candle should have, usually when this happens, you know that market is bullish. This is wide range bar, but you can start trading it. You can have a bit of drawdown by trading this bar. But look at this. If this candle didn't have this spike, if it wasn't for NFP, what could we see here is basically a normal candle. Lower wick would be possible here, making a triple bottom. But you see the spike and you see what happened next. So my view on Aussie now is bullish, even though it's in basically, if we look 4-hour time frame, daily time frame, okay, this is bearish. But look this, head and shoulders has already gone away, and now I see on 1 hour time frame a bullish triangle. So I'm really paying close attention to this. And what can I say? I don't have alternative for the Aussie. I see only longs now. I really cannot short it now because we also had 2 or 3 shorts for last couple of session recaps. But really now I wouldn't like to see it again down, because for me this looks bullish, okay? And Euro Japanese yen, not sure if we can take a trade again. Why? This was last week. Now I can close it, and now I can see only on retracement. I just cannot buy this high. Position buy at 100. You look at the numbers: 140.70, 140.50. Stops 139.50, targeting 142.10. If we have any retracement, really it's too high. It just keeps going higher. It doesn't give any chance for a retracement. At least to this red level, something like that. It would be appreciable, but I'm not sure if we will have it. Maybe alternative scenario: sell around 142.10. This is my red level for a scalp, 10 pip stop loss, 10 pip trailing stop, and I don't want to see any wild action above this level, only if it comes up. If it comes up here, okay, and then makes lower time frames, 15 or 5 minutes, we can have the trade if it goes around the, not wild action, okay. And now those are my views on 4 of those currency pairs. So again, let us return to NFP, just because Chinese growth is supporting European Union growth, and basically maybe the tapering of quantitative easing has been already counted in, so we have artificially a high price for euro dollar, and then when it happens it will fall like a leaf. First it will be a strong momentum to the downside, then will be a retracement, and then I'm expecting to fall like a leaf, slowly to downside after the tapering has been done or announced. But until then we have buy setups and only scalps with counter trend setups, okay? For me, maybe the best setup for all week could be on Aussie. So I'm paying attention to Aussie. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. So far, if you watch these session recaps, we had very good price action. We have had very positive returns with this, although not every pips can be achievable, because sometimes if we have a potential of 200 pips, we take 30-50 pips and okay, it's enough. So basically I'm trying to post intraday setups, but also to help you see a right market direction, okay? Right market direction. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me now. I will respond. Also, I will give you another quick shot of those setups if you want to save it or to print screen. For our webinars, we will have, of course, with Chris, you have Live Trading Lab, and with me, of course, I will be talking about pivot points, trading with breakouts, ranges, and trend. How you can use pivot points when you trade breakouts, when you trade ranges, if you want to trade ranges, and the trend. And of course, we will be talking together about oscillators. That will be our webinar on 12th of December. So of course, sign up for this. And now let's see again, quick summary. This is for euro dollar. My views for euro dollar. my views for cable. My views for cable. My views for Aussie, and this can be a really, maybe, so far for me it looks like maybe the trade of the week. See, the price is really struggling to go. It wants to go up on euro and also on Aussie. You see, the price wants to go, even though it's rejected. You see, it's very hard to make a new low below this candle. If it happens, that will be another signal to maybe add to a position, keeping money management intact. See how the price is trying to go up. It doesn't want to go low. It tries to go up. And as I say, this is NFP Monday, so price action may be a little bit contained, but it's always after NFP Monday price. Just traders are not prepared to enter any strong positions. Yeah, so it's not unusual. And Euro Japanese yen, this is really hard to get in, because if we use these trading setups on euro dollar, we would possibly be very shaken, because you see, even though market was bullish, it was a drop of let me see how many pips high, low. It was high was 36.30 and low is 30 for almost 100 pips. And also this candle after the NFP, it was drop of 50-60 pips. So these things just don't happen on Euro Japanese yen. It's going straight up. It's going straight up. And this is a sort of price action we sometime in the past we used to have, but today it's usually only on those strong fundamentals, strong release data from central banks. Now it's turn for yen, and yen is really struggling. It's keeping up the pace. It's relentless. So cable, Aussie, and Euro Japanese yen. So guys, thank you. If you don't have any questions, I was fast with this because I don't want you to keep you suspended. Also, if you watch our and my analysis early morning every day, I also post, along with my standard analysis, I also post my levels table. Okay, my levels table. So how you use it, you can put it also on your charts. Usually when price is above median point, we can see the price action to these levels. You see how today 37.98 was respected. When price is below median point, we can try for short entries targeting these levels, just below Asian support, targeting these levels. And price, when it goes above medium and above Asian resistance, we can try long setups for these levels. Also, counter trend trades can be taken if you see slow price action like today. I have shown it multiple times around 37.25. Okay, 37.25. Also, you see cable, same levels. I will be posting 2-3 times usually per week those levels. They are very accurate. Okay, I have tested it. You see 63.95 until New York session. It was really respected today. Respected. This is 4 o'clock. You see 63.95. You see all day price was struggling to break 63.95. Okay, and you can try to exploit these levels, so they will come after New Year. Maybe there will be some surprises also, and you can see we are expanding. I'm trying to give as much information as possible, And thank you for your comments. Thank you for your comment, Mr. Michael John. And of course, and Stefan and all of you guys, I really want to help you and to give you some cues on price action trading. Okay. So we will see what will happen next. So don't be very, very disappointed with price action today. I hope that you have gained at least some scalps. Sometimes this is not so bad because we can, you know, when price is low, we can also take some scalps, and we are not afraid. We are not afraid to take any big positions or that we will be spike out, because usually when price is low, our profits is also slow. So let's say that we have taken any today short trades around those euro dollar levels. The price was going slowly to the downside and slowly to the upside. So we are not afraid to have these spikes, like when there is big volatility. So sometimes this price action as today is not that bad. So thank you guys very much for attending the webinar. Try to exploit the levels. Thank you, Lo. Thank you very much, all of you, for your comments. And I will see you very, very soon. Enroll for webinar. Enroll. Those are free, and free knowledge is always good to have. Thank you very much, and see you very, very soon. Bye-bye.